Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Toad TV. Look, the camera's moving. It's almost like the ghost of Tabitha is here. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow. Look, I pinked up my hair. It's kind of flying away, but I pinked it up a little bit.
Did you notice mine?
You put pink in yours, too.
I put purple in.
Did you?
Yeah.
You know it did?
Made
It
darker.
covered up the gray.
Yeah. See,
Look.
there you go.
But look, I got dark roots. I'm supposed to have dark roots. That's the way it was supposed to be. But hey, anyway, I have pink fluffy hair today.
Yeah, I need my product to unfizz my hair.
Oh my gosh. Living out of a suitcase is just fun for only so long.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are coming to you straight from the heart of Montclair. We are still here, but there are signs that things are getting better.
We chose to come inside.
Yes.
So we could sit and chat for a little bit.
We got stuff to show you.
Yeah.
But on the home front, there are signs that things are getting better, baby steps. But so we are optimistic.
Yes.
And can you hear the crunchings and munchings? Somebody is having his bone. But yeah, that is, he got to spend the weekend at home. I was down there.
Hugo.
Hugo. Yeah, that would sound wrong. Okay. Sound confusing. Hugo and Drusilla and I went home for the weekend to dye yarn, and he got his yard, and he was very, very happy.
Yes.
Very, very happy. And Drusilla was content just because she got to be inside away from the Hugo. So
And in her house.
Yeah.
Where she's comfortable.
And
so.
Dudley was there, and Hugo was so happy to see him. He loves Dudley. Dudley, sadly, does not share the opinion quite so much. However,
I think Dudley was just happy to see other people.
but he puts up with him, you know?
Yeah, he does. He doesn't swat him or anything.
No,
so.
he lets Hugo chase him around, and I don't know, they may have some kind of game going. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's Monday.
March 21st.
No,
Happy
we're not
spring. Happy spring.
That's a good thing.
Happy
Okay.
spring.
Yeah, that's a very good thing. Okay, so you're going to see that we're really together here. We have everything that we need. Not. However, okay, so happy spring. Daffodils are coming up. I saw that the forsythia is starting to go.
Yeah.
Little green buds showing up as I was driving up yesterday. Cherry trees.
She's got some blooms, forsythia blooms in the backyard, and then in a couple more days of sun on those daffodils in the backyard. My mom just has a wild yard.
Yeah.
And it's just one bunch of daffodils after another after another.
It's gonna be gorgeous.
So pretty.
So pretty. Her groundhog will be out in his side yard sunning himself among the daffodils. She's got a groundhog that lives under her front porch.
Right.
I'm not sure it's sanctioned, but
Pretty sure
he
it's
lives there
not.
underwear anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have some things to talk to you about. We got some stuff to show you.
Right.
We got stuff.
Somebody commented last podcast saying that since we'd be podcasting from here, that they really hope that they thought it would be a great idea if our mom would join. There's so many reasons that's never ever going to happen. Mainly because she would just never agree to it.
No.
So
One of her classmates from like 4th grade put up a picture from their class picture, and she was so upset that she was on the internet. So no,
Yeah.
never.
Nope.
Anyway.
Plus you think we're uncomfortable in front of the camera?
My mother, when we FaceTime with my brother and his boys,
It's
my
her
mother is like
it's her
this.
forehead. It's like from here up.
Or just one corner. It's like from here like that. That's all you see of my mom. So yeah, it's just never gonna happen. Okay.
We will show you maybe progress of what she's working on.
All right, so what would you like to talk about first?
Get the admin done with first?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so the Agatha Christie Sock Set Club has been open for a little bit, and we're going to close it tonight, but we want to show you what February's was.
Right.
So February was based on...
The Mysterious Mr. Quinn, which is one of her lesser-known characters. He only shows up... He's got one book that's his stories, they're short stories, and then I believe he may show up peripherally in another one. But he is really I loved him growing up. He was like one of my favorite characters. So I knew I wanted to do him and give him his own yarn.
Okay, so this is the mysterious Mr. Quinn. It's a speckle. Greens and reds and blues. And then we gave you a charcoal mini to go with it. So that was February's. January was the Orient Express. So
Right.
what is coming in March?
Right. Who knows?
We don't. That's not true. We do.
Actually, I do know what we're doing. So that I know what we're doing. Helen's going to go down and diet tomorrow.
Right. So we are closing the listing today. So if you didn't, if you're a member and you haven't paid your invoice yet, or you want to join us starting in March, then make sure you get it done today.
All right. So it's on the website under Agatha Christie. Just search Agatha Christie. It will come right up.
And I will try and remember to put a link down below
Okay.
when I'm editing this. So.
All right. We are editing this away from our home computer. So doing it on a phone and an iPad.
Yeah.
So things may not be exactly as they normally are.
Also, just so Patreon members know, the reason I haven't been putting the podcast on Patreon is because it takes 3 or 4 hours to upload a short little video to YouTube, and I kind of have to do it twice to get it to Patreon. So until we get into a more reliable internet thing, that's where we are.
Okay. All right. Anything else, admin?
I don't think so.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I did want to say, for those of you that ordered the yarn for the mystery knit along, those are going out this week, so you should get them in plenty of time for the April 1st start. We did do them, and they're waiting right over there behind the camera to be twisted and labeled.
Yeah.
So that's going out, and we are hoping to get a whole bunch of the Enchanted Forest out this weekend. So it's all dyed. Some of it is still at the beach drying, but the bags are being finished and the yarn is being labeled, and we're hopefully going to be getting it out of here.
Yes.
Also, Kitty Hawk,
And Kitty Hawk should be going, if not this weekend,
the beginning of
the
next
beginning
week.
of next week. So
We are very, very sorry it's taking so long.
right.
There it is. Okay. All right. I think that is it. Let's get to good stuff.
Right.
The good stuff. Can we get to the good part? I watch way too much TikTok. Okay. All right. What are you showing?
I have socks and EPP.
Okay. Shall we start EPP or socks?
Whichever.
All right. Let's start socks.
Okay.
I started a new pair of socks. We had somebody do the Moonlight Cowl, right? Was it the Moonlight Cowl?
Yeah.
By Andrea Mowry, and we had them do it up in our boho colors, and there happened to be a ball of Lady Defiance just laying around. So I took it. It's DK yarn, and I started knitting a pair of socks. And this is really good hospital knitting because I did a 2x2 rib for about 12 rounds, and then I'm doing stockinette. I'm not doing any kind of pattern. I am just doing straight stockinette because I can sit and talk to my brother and not worry about following a pattern or anything like that. I've gotten to the point where I can pretty much knit without seeing, which is good because the last time I was there, I left my glasses in the car and I was doing this blind. But I managed to do it without dropping any stitches. So that's where I am. It's slow, but it is coming along. That's Lady Defiance. 2 at a time, straight stockinette stitch.
DK.
DK yarn, 2 at a time socks. That's what the ball looks like.
So, some of you may remember
Way back when.
a year ago November.
A year ago this past November?
Yeah. So 2020 November,
Really?
not 2021.
Oh. And you're so much further along than I am.
We had a Zoom session where we were showing how to knit socks 2 at a time, and we all started our socks. These were the socks I started. They were the sock club yarn for that month. It was the
Right.
Cheddar, Stilton, and Gorgonzola. So they were in the bottom of my bag that I am carrying around with me. And I was going to the hospital, and I'm like, I'm not going to drag my English paper piecing with me. So I'm like, oh, wait, I have these socks. I will work on these socks while I'm at the hospital. Now, I have no earthly idea what the pattern was that I started, but I kind of read my knitting and I think I'm kind of doing the same thing. So, I'll do that until I get to my heels and then I'll do straight stocking it. But, so I picked those up again. And this is the first knitting I've done in like 2 months.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah.
How was it? How's the arm?
Oh, the arm was fine. I mean, it was 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a little bit longer. But
That is a really pretty color.
it really is. It's a very pale yellow.
Maybe vanilla?
Vanilla. It's like a cream base with greens and yellows.
And something that looks like a little bit of purple. Like right here and right here.
I think that's purple or brown.
Maybe blue.
Maybe blue. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it really is.
It's kind of like opening a present.
Yeah.
Um,
I gotta find mine.
So anyway, that's what I picked up for hospital knitting. Again, as Mary Beth said, very easy to do.
Right.
While you're just sitting there. It was nice to knit again. I don't think I'm gonna sit and knit for great periods of time for a while, but there you go.
Cool. I very, very carefully took down my first 3 sunbursts from my EPP for the Tulip sunrise quilt and left them at the beach because I thought, why am I carting these back and forth? I am almost done my 4th, though. So I can show you my 4th.
Did you bring in what your colors are for the second?
No, I figure I'm going to
Okay.
start it first, and then I will show that after I start. All right, so here is my 4th one. I have 3 more seams to do, and then I'm going to be done. But that's where it is. I'm doing...
Look how pretty that is. Love the polka dots.
Yeah, so I'm doing the Bleeding Rose, and I took the purple and pink from the colors of the Bleeding Rose, and then the highlights are in orange, so I took that for the orange. So that's the way it looks right now. And it's just
It's fantastic.
fairly spectacular. Yeah, it looks really pretty. I love the orange against the purple and the pink.
Yeah.
It's just really striking. So that's where I am on this. I should be able to finish this within the next probably day. I should be able to finish
It
that
just
and get
depends
started on what kind of thing I'm doing.
because
Yeah,
it's depends on the day as to whether we get any crafting done.
right. So that's this. Then I have my next one to start that I brought up the fabric for, so I'm going to do that. And but with this, I'm a quarter of my way done the sunburst
Cool.
because I only need 16, so this is number 4. And when I get them all together, then I have to lay them out because some of them are having stripes on this part and some of them are having polka dots, so I have to make sure.
And you're using the orange quite a bit.
I think this is only my first time.
Oh, I thought you had it.
I have it for my next one.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna
I
do
thought
my
you had
next
it in another one too. Okay.
I don't know. I might have. I don't know.
Doesn't
Doesn't
matter. It's your
matter.
quilt. You
I
love
love
orange.
orange.
Yeah.
I can have them all orange if I want. But I don't because I know that I have at least 2 that are yellow and 1 that's blue. So this is my first.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, but it is going to be on my next one too.
But you're not gonna have the roses next to each other anyway.
No. So it's going to be, I'm going to lay them out. I just have to look at them and make sure I get 8 with polka dots and 8 with stripes because I want to make sure that I have
Symmetry.
an equal mixture of. And then I am using her Tulip Pink Minerals for the tall pointy ones in all the different ones. So,
The polka dots, the stripes, and the minerals are all part of Tula's True Colors collection.
right. And my middles are all from the Curiouser and Curiouser
Right.
collection. And they just all work beautifully together. And this is the Tula Pink Sunrise Quilt, if anybody wants to do it with me. Because, there are 192 of these pieces and 192 of these pieces.
We have to get
Come join me, why don't you?
a quilt wall going up here
Yeah, oh, yeah.
so we can start putting stuff up.
We've got the fabric.
Yeah.
The cave fabric. We could do that.
She'd get really intrigued with it.
Yeah, she would. Okay.
I see a wall.
Yeah, right there. Okay, that's where I am. What is it? Command strips.
Yeah. I am working on my mandolin quilt. I'm working on my 5th block. Just because they're beautiful, I'm going to make you see the first 4 again.
Well, you also have them.
So,
If I had thought ahead of time, I should have brought them.
this was the first one. Got the badger. This one. This one.
God, these are so pretty. Oh my
The
God.
pink and green. Which I thought was my favorite until I started doing this. So this is my 5th one that I'm doing. And I just really like how this one's coming out. So I brought up the fabrics. I knew I was going to do pieces of the blue background of the garden party for my middle. And then I've got the pink animals as these. So then I just had scraps that I had brought up. So I went with the fairy dust from Tulip Pink is this. And then this is one of the Calendar Girls fabrics. And then this is, I don't even know, this is an old fat quarter bundle we had.
Right.
With just these, they're like metallic solids with just little stars on them.
It's
And
an ombre.
It's an ombre so that it goes, you got the dark, the light. And I just love this on the outside of it.
It looks really pretty,
I
yeah.
really think.
Well, we were looking at them and we decided that the teal would be really good because it's picking up the teal in Tula's fairy dust.
Yeah. And then it also works with the birds and the flowers.
Definitely.
In the Calendar Girls fabric. So.
It all works, all comes together.
Yep. So this is 5. I have to do 12. So I'm almost halfway there.
Right.
Just have a.
I love that you have one of the triangles that says brave.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And what's the other one? Clarity?
Chatty.
Chatty.
So
How many triangles do you have?
it's a brave 6. So it's 3 and 3 words and 3 animals.
Oh, okay.
So let's see.
What's the third word?
Third word is fluffy,
Oh, okay.
because
We are brave, chatty, and fluffy.
right. Especially without my anti-frizz hair product.
Yeah. Very, very cool. I love him up there. He's so cool.
Oh, the bear.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's perfect.
So that is my mandolin quilt.
Cool. All right. So pretty.
I cannot wait to start putting it together. To get to the point where I'm putting it together.
Right. The in-betweens. In between the things.
The in-betweens, I am probably going to do the vines.
Okay.
I have green vines, or the Valentine's fabric has the flowers,
Right.
so I might do those.
Okay. All right.
It's definitely gonna be a white background, I think,
With not too much on it.
with not too much on it.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to detract too much from these. So
Cool.
yeah.
Very cool. Oh my goodness. Look at us. We're actually working on EPP. And
like
consistently
making progress.
making
So,
progress on it.
yeah.
Yeah. This is highly
This is my way
unusual.
of doing the 100-day challenge, since we can't be doing what we had originally planned.
Right.
So this is working on a languishing quilt.
But yeah, and I mean, it's amazing when you actually start sewing things together, the progress that you
Yeah.
can see, especially if you have a pattern that you're following and it's not just some amorphous, I'm going to do this,
Right.
which I'm very good at starting, but not good at finishing. So I'm really hoping that by doing it this way, I am going to actually finish what I started.
And it's amazing. I mean, it's not as fast as machine piecing it, but how quickly, as you're sitting there, it comes together.
Right.
I mean, I haven't done anything on this for 2 days. I haven't done any crafting for the past 2 days, but I started this last week.
Right.
And with very limited crafting time, that's how quickly it came together.
And that's
So,
a lot of different pieces.
yeah. So,
I mean, I was just thinking that if we could actually get finished cutting out the Tula teapot,
yeah.
once you start putting the pieces together, it's going to go
It's going to
very
go really
quickly.
fast. Yeah.
Especially when you're putting together something as interesting as that. It's not just putting together a 9-block.
Oh,
a
yeah.
9
It's going
patch.
to be like,
You're
ooh.
putting together something that's going to, you can see it opening up in front of you.
Yeah.
So,
And I'm finding as I get to about this stage, as I do these blocks, it's like, okay, I'm bored with this one.
right,
What
time
am I-
to move on.
What am I going to do with the next one? And I start thinking about, oh, what color? What am I going to put together for the next one? And then finish this one.
Right.
So,
So that's where we are in the state of our crafting. How are
Yeah.
you guys doing? Are you guys getting crafting time in? I hope so, because
March was craft month. Isn't it?
it was National Craft Month.
Yeah.
It is also starting to get warmer, so that for us, it's spring is so much better for me than the winter. I'm just gonna say,
Yeah.
I wake up.
My brain works better.
Yeah, I wake
In the
up in the spring, so it's much better.
Yeah.
So it is.
Plus, we're also, I mean, like right now in this particular instance, we're starting to figure out how this is all going to work.
Right.
And what the new
Normal is going to
new
be
state of things is. So that makes it a little more calm too.
right.
So, all right, we
All
have
right.
a very good boy who is asleep under a table, who has been promised if he was very good, he gets to go to the dog park.
So we are off to the dog park.
Right. Because we keep our promises.
Well, at least to the dog. Everybody else is up in the air, but to the dog, I keep my promises. Right, man? He's asleep over there.
Yeah.
He's such a lovely boy. Okay. All right. So we are off. We hope you have a wonderful week.
Go forth and create.
And
We will see
we
you
should see you on Friday.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.